always the quick worry that people have, but it is something to be God. It's not just nothing. And so process thinkers are making this claim again from an analysis of our own experience, and certainly not just that. What the sciences give us in different ways as well. Whitehead was very concerned with that. But to begin with our own experience, to locate ourselves in the world as exemplifications of metaphysical principles, and then to say that God, rather than being the great exception to those principles, leaving us with nothing to say of God, chiefly exemplifies them. So it gives us a starting point to work in a continuous way from ourselves, from the base of reality, all the way up, presumably, to the supreme exemplification of these principles.
Is that an epistemological claim in terms of our capacity to know, or is it an ontological claim in terms of what God is in God's own self?
Yes, well, it is an ontological claim. Of course, the epistemology would be limited. We do our best to navigate these principles and identify them in our experience. But in principle, God is not foreign to the dimensions of our own experience. And this is an important claim when process theology makes the claim that we're dealing with not a supernatural divinity in the sense that God is utterly different in kind from the metaphysical principles, but a natural divinity in the sense that God's working with the world is internal within the world and the principles which govern the world itself, and not exterior, so that interventions could happen. So there's a larger debate about how God relates to metaphysical principles. Does God establish them, or does God exemplify them? And I think that's an interesting debate that process thought is willing to encounter.